Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the first episode of a series of guides we're going to be doing over the next couple of months. These guides are intended to provide tips for landlords on finding new tenants, avoiding mistakes and property voids, serving notice, and overall helping you become a more successful landlord. So this first episode is going to cover how to manage a successful property business. Managing a property business as a landlord isn't as simple and as easy as what you may think. It needs your time, effort and commitment to become successful in property management. However, it's not impossible. To make the job of being a landlord easier, we've created this guide. After reading and implementing the following tips in your property business, nobody can stop you from achieving success. You will not only become a better landlord, but you will also increase your profits, hopefully. Let's get started. The first tip we've got for you is being more prepared and organised. Organisation is key to a landlord's success. Nobody can avoid things going wrong if you're inefficient and unorganised. It doesn't matter whether you are the owner of the world's best property or have a long waiting list of tenants for your properties. So being prepared and organised is the most important thing for a landlord to manage their property business successfully. The second one we've got for you is income and expenditure tracking. Admin and paperwork are always fun. Okay, maybe not. They're the most irritating activities for landlords. However, you can't ignore it as controlling cash flow is very important. It's essential to keep an accurate track of income and expenditures. A landlord should think of costs as enemies so that you try to reduce them. One of the best ways to reduce your costs is by regularly analysing data for each property. Rectifying issues quickly is another critical activity. If maintenance issues aren't taken care of quickly, you may find they become even more costly in the future. So moving on to tax planning. As a landlord, it is essential to keep an accurate record of all business expenses. This can certainly help you save a lot of money in the long run. Obviously talk to your accountants and get more advice on this. Choosing your tenants carefully. The ultimate goal of a landlord is always to earn money from their property or investment. Tenants are those people who make it possible, so they are your core, they're your lifeblood, bread and butter as it were. Finding the right tenant is very important. A good tenant will make it easier for you to manage your property effectively, so make a checklist of things to do and implement them while choosing the tenants. It's vital to conduct tenant credit checks. Always listen to your instincts, your inner voice, and when something feels off, don't hand over your property to someone if you think something feels off. Always do your due diligence. Quickly process tenant checks. Try to complete the tenant checks as quickly as possible. The tenant may walk away if you take a more protracted process in the paperwork. Landlords can make use of online forms to make the process easier and quicker. It will also help you avoid property voids. Create a tenant welcome pack. Provide tenant welcome packs to start things the right way. This welcome pack should include tenancy agreements, inventory reports, instructions for appliances, contact numbers, and important information about utilities and location of the water stop tap. Conduct regular inspections of your properties. After choosing the right tenant, you should also keep an eye on your properties. The best way to do it is by conducting a few inspections of your properties every year. In this way, you will get an idea of the overall condition of your properties. By carrying out the regular checks, you can adopt preventative approaches and fix any issues before it becomes a major one. Avoiding void periods. One of the best ways to avoid property voids is to stay on good terms with your tenants and be more flexible. It is important to keep good relationships with your tenants. The tenants are more likely to inform you in advance if they decide to move on. This way, they will ultimately help you in reducing your void periods. Hence, keeping good relationships with your tenants and avoiding void periods are the ultimate results of your successful property business. Invest in landlord software. Landlord software keeps everything of a landlord organised. If you have a single property, you can easily track everything in a spreadsheet. On the other hand, if you have multiple properties, the right landlord software makes your job a lot easier. Landlord software is helpful as it helps track rent, tenant management, property information, tax reports and expenses. Therefore, keeping landlords like yourself more relaxed. And you get to keep the taxman happy. Set up effective marketing strategies. To attract good tenants, you need to set up effective marketing strategies. You can increase your presence on social media, use web-based property portals. Additionally, you can target the specific audience directly. For example, students, professionals, whether they're white collar, blue collar, etc. Don't compromise on professionalism. Never compromise on it. It will help you attract reliable and good tenants. Keep learning and stay updated about the property laws and handle issues promptly. If you have an excellent can-do attitude, a property investment business can be a very profitable business enterprise for you. In conclusion, all landlords should have the necessary management skills to manage a property business successfully. The tips mentioned previously will help you manage your property business effectively. We hope all landlords find this guide helpful. We look forward to seeing you on the next guide.